I had when I reset my camera settings, I'd forgotten that I had like a different picture profile on it. So I had to delete some footage that was like all orange, and the contrast, the footage was all like orange, and the contrast was all wrong because the picture profile wasn't the same because I had reset my camera settings. So it's whatever. I'd say that's pretty good for actively making it harder on myself. Huh? I'd say that's pretty good for actively making it harder on myself. Why?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Oh, it's coming down like extremely slow. This is probably a safer area for it. I know it's not. No, I know a safer area. Give me 2 seconds.
All right.
You gotta go all the way down. Good. Good. Good job.
That's like zero range of motion.
No, it's none. And then he's dropping it on the safeties. Like, if he breaks them, they should charge him for it. You are not using the workout equipment in the proper way. Is my flash on?
Huh?
Oh, wait, no, it's not. Oh, it's weird. If
Why'd
you
you
look at it
move
from
over
here, look at it from here, and you'll see like a glare on it that makes it look like there's a flash on it.
Why'd you move it over
Because I
there?
didn't want it to get hit. Yesterday I already had PTSD when I was doing the split squats. I was like making sure that it was stable. Ridiculous.
Hurry up. So I'm gonna go over there. I'm done.
Okay, hold on.
The 2 seconds was my set.
I only have this one set. I'm gonna go with you, brother. I need to cut my nails. Nah. That was stupid. That was a really dumb way of doing that set. Whatever. All right.
Okay. Should I leave?
Huh?
Should I leave this here, or will it
No,
get
it's-
disconnected if I go over there?
No, it'll be fine. Go ahead.
Huh?
No, go ahead. I'll meet you over there.
All right.
Oh, it's surprising. This guy. I saw that. I don't know how people can work out in sandals, dude. I don't know how people can work out in sandals.
And what?
I don't know how people can work out in sandals. I feel like that gives me a false sense of security for my feet. Because if I'm barefoot, then at least like I'm constantly aware that I'm
drop
barefoot.
something on your foot?
Huh?
Are you gonna drop something on your foot?
Well, I don't know.
No. Just don't do that. Just don't drop weights. Did you see someone working out in sand? Oh.
Huh?
I feel like it's just easier when you change. But I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. Like I feel like
Even if it's like accidental,
it's
it would,
like
it would
maybe
hurt.
at home you could do that. I feel like at the gym, like it's not your house. It's not your living room. Like what are you doing? If your goal is to be relaxed, you're not supposed to be at the gym. Like what? But I mean, you can wear whatever you want. I don't care. I won't judge you,
I would.
especially if it's hot. Okay.
I'm kidding.
I feel like if it was a gym near the beach or something, and then it's permissible. But like, why?
That's a whole different environment.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like in a different environment. In a different environment, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. But I feel like here, like, unless you're no, like you could just change. Like if you're gonna go in the sauna, just put on them after or something.
The way that your opinion immediately flips
It's just
to,
weird. Like you don't. Like
to absolutely like no.
I'd be like, yeah, this isn't crazy protection if I drop a 45-pound, but it's more protection than if it's just a sock.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I'm like, if I at least if I'm barefoot, like you feel the ground, so you know, okay, like I'm barefoot. You know, you're consciously careful because your feet are touching the ground. So if you have a sandal on, it's like almost like you have the sensation of a shoe, so you'd forget. Especially if
they're
you're
like
focused.
well-worn sandals, you can like slip. You can slip out of them. Like,
Well, that's a different thing entirely. Like I'm not gonna be doing deadlifts in sandals. Like that's just ridiculous.
sandals in general. I feel like sandals in general. I mean, you can wear them, but like, I wouldn't. I'm not wearing
This is
them.
not a good idea. You're asking.
I
You're
wouldn't
asking
risk, like,
for
a
a bad.
broken toe.
You're asking for a bad experience. At least barefoot, you know what
Like
you're
if
getting.
someone steps on your foot, I feel like that'd ruin your day. Like
Well,
like,
that's a little.
There's this whole gym.
That's a
and you
little
step on my
unrealistic.
toe.
I don't know how close someone is to your personal space if they're stepping
like,
on you.
Like there's this whole gym and it can fit like 100, 200 people, and you step on my foot. We're gonna have to scrap that shit.
So you did that on purpose. We're actually gonna fight now.
My big toe is gonna have some words with you.
These people need to learn what WD-40 is, Brett.
This thing, they're super uneven. This one is specifically a lot slower than
Yeah.
that one. And I can feel it right now. It's like it's a little heavier than I normally go, anyways.
This feels awful on my shoulders, Brett.
You want to switch to that one?
I'm not doing this, Brett. This feels awful.
It's this one, right?
It's this one that gets like stuck or something. I don't
You
know.
want to switch to that? You
Yeah.
have one set left. Huh?
Well, yeah. I mean, that
No,
set was
two.
kind
You
of
have
ruined. Yeah.
After this. Yeah, so
That
let's
set
just
was
move
kind
to
of
this
ruined,
one.
but whatever.
This one sucks ass. I don't know what's going on with
Yeah,
it.
we're gonna move to the other machine. That was like the most stuck I think I've ever felt on that machine, bruh. I don't know what the heck. They need to apply some oil to those.
This isn't. It needs to be lower, right?
No,
this is good.
it's just the
No,
like.
I'm talking about the
it's-
seat. I'm talking about the seat.
It's always at the 3. That yeah, it needs to be lower. Alright. I don't know why they don't just like all it takes is just some WD-40 for here. But like they don't I don't know why they refuse to do it.
I feel like just like maintain the gym. Like
Yeah.
it's like 2 seconds, and it's not like the other guys.
It's not like they have to replace the whole
And
arm.
it's not like the janitor does anything. That guy stinks. Oh, let me close the sauna early because I don't want to clean it later.
Brother, I could replace these.
Huh?
I could replace these. It takes like 2 seconds. They have like oh, whatever.
Did you ever go check out the other gym?
What other one?
The powerlifting one?
That was the day that we didn't go. I was supposed to wake up early that day, but that was the day that I also spent all night trying to fix the damn
No, I
lens.
know. But I thought she'd go with like Nat or something. Well, I mean, like she's not gonna be doing much in the powerlifting show.
She's lifting more weight than most people here.
I'm saying like if it was me and you.
Oh yeah, no, way.
like it's not the same.
It's not the same workout. And I wanted to go to like not a powerlifting gym, but like there are some private gyms that like let you get day passes for free, or not for free, but like for $25. So we could go and just have like a good lift and see what it's like over there.
You know where you're getting Ma for Mother's Day?
When is it?
This Sunday.
This Sunday? I'll probably just get her flowers.
It's lame.
Hold on. Well, what do you want me to get her? Everything. If I try to buy something now, everything's gonna be like, oh yeah, you want something for Mother's Day? Your liver, your left kidney. Like that's all that it is. Flowers are gonna be expensive.
No, get her a plant. She likes plants. She last time when I got her flowers, she's like, just give me a plant next time. I was like, okay.
Just go to Home Depot.
Well, what type of help was that? You just watched me.
Well, you gave me no indication that you were having a
supposed to
problem.
watch.
Watch what? You gave me 2
Yeah.
seconds to react.
Well, you gave me like 1 second, and when I don't help you, you're like, "Ugh, you ruined my
I don't know why I tried to do 295, but I literally was telling you that my chest was sore. I gotta go lower. No, that's fine. We'll just do 2 sets of
And
this
put
instead.
it up more.
Huh?
Put it up. I'm gonna put it up more for mine. I feel it more in my shoulders when I'm going like this. It's too low. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to like line up with your collarbone. I thought you were out for comfort, bro. Good. 3. One. 2. Good. Whatever. Should have had you hold it.
One more off camera. Alrighty. I had a look, because I do have a topic for today. I just have to remember what it is. Okay, we talked about this one. Talked about this one. Stop. Talked about this one. And then, okay. Okay. Today's going to be about mistakes and learning from your mistakes and understanding the kind of growth that comes from, you know, having setbacks and all that stuff. But we are going to do this first. So we'll do 2 sets of this. We'll do some rows and we'll talk about it over there. Ugh. I'm crooked on the bench. I'm crooked and I can't fix it. It's whatever. Okay. Let's go to some rows. Alrighty. Let us talk about our topic today. Over today. I think the misconception with a lot of people is that mistakes are things that you should avoid. And I guess, like, to an extent, yes, you want to avoid, big setbacks, you want to avoid drastic mistakes. But majority of the time, I think what people fixate on is they want to be perfect. They want to be perfect throughout their process. They want to do everything right the first time. And they get discouraged when they end up, messing up. Or they end up having some form of obstacle in their way. And they end up, not being able to overcome it the first try. And I think
Attention members, the club will be closing in 3 minutes.
something we have to understand is when developing a new skill set, there are going to be mistakes. There are going to be times where You know, you may not know what you're doing. You may be venturing into new territory. And because we know we are approaching new territory, and because we know we are approaching an area in which we may not be an expert in, we have to be willing to give ourselves grace. And not only give ourselves grace, but because we know that we're human and we make mistakes, we have to be willing to say, okay, I know I made a mistake. I know it might set me back a tiny bit, but what can I learn from this? We have to be willing to reframe the setbacks we have into a thing that will help us rather than hurt us. And I know it's difficult because, you know, obviously progress is something that everyone wants. No one wants to deal with failing. No one wants to deal with having setbacks. No one wants to deal with hardship. But the reality is that's something we're just going to have to deal with. Not even just in the gym, but just in life. We're going to have to deal with those things. So we have to be willing to reframe those moments into moments that we can benefit from rather than a moment where we're just going to feel sorry for ourselves. Yes, it's going to suck to fail. Yes, it's going to suck when we have to, you know, take a step back, reevaluate what exactly we're doing, whether or not we're doing it the right way. But at the end of the day, we know we're going to grow from this experience. We have to be willing to look at the positive aspects of this encounter rather than just only look at the negative, because it's super easy to look at just the negative aspects of failing. Right? It's super easy to look at the negative aspects of making a mistake. I guess a better way to put this is, if you're going to make a mistake, don't make it twice. Right? Because if you're going to make a mistake, that's perfectly fine. You know, everyone's human. We all make mistakes. We all experience some form of failure. But if you're going to fail, make sure that it's the last time you fail at that one thing. Take a step back, evaluate what you need to do, learn from your mistakes. Don't just make them. Learn from them. Understand that, okay, there's something we're missing here. There's an aspect of the skill that we're missing that we need to develop before we attempt this again. And then once you've taken a step back, you've made a new plan, maybe you've evaluated what you need to do, then okay, go at it again. And even if you do fail again, at least you've had that reflection, right? And you've had some form of planning done so that you can fine-tune that process. I've talked about like brute forcing things before, but I think maybe it could have been misunderstood. When I was learning how to bulk, every single time I restarted a bulk, I fine-tuned the process. Right? I took from what I knew worked, and I left the stuff that I knew was not going to be beneficial to me. And the same thing applies to your goals in life. When you fail, it's okay to fail. It's perfectly fine. It's actually, somewhat beneficial for you because you'll learn a lot more from failing than you do from winning. But don't just fail and then, go at it again with the same exact process. Make sure that you take a step back, you evaluate what you're doing, and then learn from your mistakes and try again. There is a whole process that happens before trying again. A whole process. And it, depending on whether or not you're willing to go through that process, is what's going to determine whether or not you actually accomplish what you want. Because anyone can just, do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. It takes someone that's like actually trying to improve to take a step back, evaluate themselves, look at their process from an objective standpoint, and say, okay, what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? What could I be better at? What am I sucking at? And then fixing those issues, and then going back at the goal again and trying again. So mistakes are perfectly fine. And I'd argue that like not trying at all is probably worse than just making a mistake. But we have to be willing to we have to understand that those things happen not for a reason, but they happen because we're lacking a certain skill set. And the more we can look at the process we're doing with an objective lens, right, and say, okay, like what, without me being, prideful or stubborn about the way that I'm doing things, or maybe even wanting to be comfortable, what can I do to improve so that next time I don't fail, maybe not even again, but maybe I don't fail as poorly or as badly as I did before. Because you can fail upwards. You can still fail, and you can fail and still make some form of progress. But you may not have gotten to your goal, but you've at least made some form of progress, right? You've at least gone forward and towards your desired end goal. So hopefully that puts things into perspective for you guys. You don't have to be perfect. No one is demanding perfection from you when you ultimately decide that you want to pursue something. What we demand is that, or what I'm demanding from you, is that you look at things and you look at your process and you understand that, okay, yes, I'm going to fail. And sometimes when I fail, I have to be willing to look at myself and really give myself constructive criticism and say, okay, am I doing things the way that I know I should be doing them? And if not, then fix those things and try again. But don't just do the same thing over and over and over again, expecting this, a different result. No, you have to work at these things. You have to fine tune your process so that eventually, you become a different person, right? Change isn't something that happens because you do the same thing over and over and over again. Changes happen because you do something and then you're, shifting the way that you're living your lifestyle, right? Ever so slightly. Over years and years and years and years and years. Not overnight. So, yeah. I'm not asking you to be perfect. I'm asking you to be realistic. I'm asking you to be objective and critical of the effort that you're putting in. If you know you can improve on certain aspects of what you're trying to do, then improve on those things. And when you fail, make sure that those things don't happen again. Or at least make sure that when you fail, you're not failing as poorly as you did before. Because if you're just going to do the same thing over and over and over and over again and expect results, that's literally the definition of insanity. You're not going to get anywhere doing the same thing, expecting, huge results when you've just started your process. You have to fine tune exactly what you're trying to do and fine tune your planning so that you can eventually get to where you want to go. It's not just going to happen because you decide to brute force things and you want it enough. No, it takes effort and time. All right, so we'll do this. We'll do one off camera and then we'll do some lat pull downs. I'm off camera. Okay. No, yeah, I'm not gonna go for our PR for this. I already felt tired earlier. I'm not gonna risk it. It's gonna get my normal sets in. Yeah. Okay. Owie. Excuse me. Oh wait, I was supposed to do the 25 on there too. Oh. Alrighty. One more off camera. Okay. So just this. And then we shall do our check-ins. We're probably not going to go very heavy. My biceps are like killing me. I don't know why, but they just are. Normal weight. Probably just do. We'll see if we're just gonna do the one. Probably not, but. Yeah. That's good. Let's go check things out. Alrighty. This is how we are looking today. I think I'm starting to lose weight, which is not honestly a bad thing because we've kept majority of our strength. So if you did enjoy the content, please drop a like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video.